I got the skid steer loaded up. I'm gonna go take it over to a place that some cargo containers are getting delivered. I made a couple pads for them last week, and I'm just not super positive the truck is gonna make it through the... I'm not super positive the truck's gonna be able to make the turn into this place without some fencing having to be demolished. So I'm taking the skid steer and a chainsaw and an impact gun, just in case this gate opening's gotta come out to get both of these containers in. Because I don't know what kind of truck the person's bringing. They just said, yep, we'll be there tomorrow. They didn't tell me what they were driving. So fingers crossed I don't have to tear anything apart. So we'll see. I'm hoping that truck can make this turn in here. I don't know what kind of truck they're bringing that container with, but hopefully he can make this left come in here. If need be, that tree can go real quick with the skid steer. And this fence post right here, I'll just rip it out. And whatever this light pole thing is, oh, it's solar. That's not hardwired in, so. Oh, look at that. Just got a little concrete base on it, yeah. So if need be, everything over here can come out real quick so they can make that left and bring those containers in here. Okay, here we go. We have an Excalibur shipping container. I think this thing came from Texas, maybe. I had a client drop it off at my house, and then as soon as they finish up what they're doing on their property here locally, they're gonna have it moved to their property. But let's check it out and see what's inside. I'll show you. So it's got a man door, the deadbolt, and a knob. It's got this like security bar that you could put across, and then you could put a padlock up in there, and it's got this shroud over it so you can't get a pair of bolt cutters up in there to cut it. It's got this lip to keep rain from coming over the door, but when it got loaded on the trailer to come here, they kind of loaded it from the wrong side with the forklift. They should have loaded it from the other side. So those got bent up and the light got broken. But it comes with LED lights on the outside. And that stuff, I just need to heat it up and bend it back and repaint it. They sent a can. It comes with a can of paint for touch up because they know it'll get damaged in shipping sometimes. Just your standard doors on the end. So this is the really cool part. So we have an air conditioner framed in to the container. And then we have, if I can get it open, come on. There it goes. So there's a 100 amp panel already put on it with breakers for the AC, the lights, and the plugs that are in it. It has some plugs. And then it also comes pre-done with a 50 amp RV plug. So this is your 50 amp standard RV plug that you can buy anywhere. So you can just buy a cord and plug it in to a generator, or if you have an RV plug on your property already, just plug it straight into that instead of having to run hardwire right off the get. So you can still hardwire it, and that's what's gonna happen. But for the short term, RV plug is gonna be awesome. So let's see the inside. All right, so there's our AC unit. And then this one has plugs running the length of both sides all the way down. And then it also has LED lighting installed the whole way. And you can also have spray foam put on the walls. So this got spray foam insulated. And then it's got some pretty nice flooring in it too, actually. Really nice, smooth smooth floor. So we're gonna get this moved. I haven't actually, I plugged that AC unit in to make sure it works, but I haven't brought a generator out here and let it run all day in the heat of the day to see what the temperature stays in here. So this client actually is gonna have us frame in the walls and do additional insulation.
Woo. That's close. Actually, that was better than the last time. Last time it was about ½ inch. Cool. Didn't have to make any of that go away. That was handy.
Got this container placed, plugged in. So this is just a 50 amp RV cord, pretty cool. Just plugged in right there. So there's a pad I made for a container the other day. We're gonna get containers moved tomorrow. This was 2 sets of doubles, a road base delivered, and I really had to build that up. It's like 2 feet higher back there than it is over here. But watered the heck out of it, packed it down. I didn't want to cut down right here because this is kind of a drainage. I didn't want to cut down where this container is going to go and make it a lake or a spot that would collect water and the container get wet. So we'll get that container dropped off tomorrow right there. That'll be awesome. Straight back. Yo! All right, here we go. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, the axle slides, that's cool. Man, the axle climbs way in there. Oh, still got the winch on it. Here's container number 2 we got moved for not so climate controlled storage. This one's just gonna be general purpose, but got that one moved over here today too. So 2 containers dropped off today. All right, I'm gonna head on home. I try to make a pretty strict rule of 4 o'clock, I call her quits. That's my family's time after that. So I'm gonna head on home and get back on all this stuff tomorrow. Bye. Starting the frame. I did 2-foot centers since it's not a load bearing wall. And look, the AC works. Come on, don't let me down, AC. Oh, there we go. All right, so I don't have to work in the heat tomorrow. This was just the end of day one. I framed up these walls in 8-foot pieces outside, then brought them in. The only place that these walls are going to attach in a structural way to this container is just on the floor plate. That's screwed in. The rest of it, I just have cross members running across the top, and then I'm going to wedge it just with blocks like every 16 inches along there on the high points where these ridges stick out. Just when I start getting scraps from trimming other boards, I'm going to come every 16 inches or 2 feet and just block it the whole way. And that's going to keep the top from shifting, because I don't want to have to grind off this insulation to weld any sort of tabs. I don't want to drill self-tappers from the outside in to catch these studs. I want this place watertight. All right, got the insulation up. We're gonna start putting plywood on the walls right now. Got that AC running. It's pretty nice in here, actually. All right, it's quitting time. I got 1, 2, 3. So that's 24 feet out on one side, 16 on the other, and then where this door is, I've got to cut, to fit that. So a little more intricate. I just ran out of time today, and I actually ran out of 2x4s. I'm bad for what it's for, So this is double studded every break so that the screws can just go in square instead of having to angle them. So that's why I didn't stagger the sheets, start with a half of one and then stagger them. But no, this thing's gonna turn out pretty cool. Somehow I gotta figure out the ceiling. I kind of forgot that those lights were up there like that. So I've got to frame around those and probably buy some rigid foam insulation to throw up there. Well, here's my finished product. I didn't get a video the day I finished, and then I came back today and stuff's getting moved in here, but that's what it's for. So got my walls with really thick plywood insulated behind it the whole way. I got framed in around that door. So I think this will be great for what it's going to be for. Adding some extra insulation, a nice level plane to put shelves and stack stuff against instead of those ribs. And it's going to be a really cool container. We'll see if they have me come back and do something with the ceiling. Bye.